That boy's just like me.
Max and Roberto McClelland are working to ensure their family stays together in the United States for the sake of their 6-year-old son, Jaden.
I could be gone tomorrow, and it doesn't just affect me, it affects him and affects him, so it came back to being a priority again.
The Austin men have been a couple for 4 years. Last year, they got legally married in New Mexico. But they held off on filing the paperwork to get legal status for Roberto, a Nicaraguan whose father brought him to the States when he was 11, due to custody issues with Jaden's biological mother.
This is my home. And when they tell me that I have to leave, like, just like that, you know, like, hey, you have to go back because you never filed this paperwork, it hurts. And it's always why I never wanted to deal with it, but I have to put my feelings aside. I know that he comes first.
When the U.S. Supreme Court struck down the Defense of Marriage Act in 2013, it did not legalize same-sex marriage in Texas. But couples here began traveling to the 30-plus states that recognized gay marriage to be legally wed. The ruling from the High Court this summer guaranteeing same-sex couples the right to marry in every state made things a whole lot easier, including for couples where one person is not a legal resident.
It's more cost-effective. You don't have to travel to another state. You're able to remain here. You can go to the county clerk's office, get married, take that marriage certificate, use that as evidence that you are legally married, and then apply to U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services for your immigration benefit.
It's a process that can cost around $1,500 in government filing fees alone. The McClellands know they'll need to spend a bit more. That's because Roberto has 2 drug-related misdemeanors on his record from his teenage years, violations that make him ineligible for lawful permanent residency here.
They don't take well to when you get in trouble and stuff.
Instead of permanent residency, Roberto is applying for Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA, President Obama's executive order that grants certain undocumented immigrants the ability to work and go to school legally in the U.S. It's an order Republicans in Austin, Washington, and on the 2016 presidential campaign trail are vowing to overturn.
The president does not have the unilateral authority to grant amnesty to millions of people.
Because if Republicans join Democrats as the party of amnesty, we will lose.
The McClellands see it differently. They say a DACA approval for Roberto would mean stability and a reliable source of income for their small family.
He'll be able to get a better job, which can help support this family better, which at the end of the day makes everything a lot easier.
Roberto expects to hear something on his DACA application before the end of the year. In Austin, this is Alana Rocha reporting for the Texas Tribune.